I'm going to say this as best as I can. Baby, your mind is not broken. You're just not giving it the right job. People are programmed to overthink so that they always think that something is wrong with them. And it keeps you in a position of being a consumer because you're always in survival mode instead of creation mode. Your mind will always try to protect itself first, even over the body. And here's the truth: your mind was designed for two things: to detect danger and to solve problems. That's it. But in this modern life, the program will have you believing that there's a tiger chasing you. So your brain will create imaginary tigers to satisfy what it believes. And then the spiral begins. What if I fail? What if I fall behind? What if this doesn't work? What if it leaves? The mind begins to spiral when there is no clear direction. Let me not be rude. My name is Latoria Quinchet. I am a certified community psychologist and a former trauma specialist, and I live a life in practice where I help people relieve stress and trauma. Now let's go deeper. An unfocused mind defaults automatically to fear every single time. But here is the magical part about it: you are the one that assigned the work. Yeah, you. Your mind is a tool. It was never supposed to be your identity. Let's talk about the Hermetic principle, law of mentalism. This is the principle that states that all is mind and the universe is mental, where you have the power to shape your experiences through thought, through the power of your mind. You are awareness, and you are awareness using your mind. So when you give the instructions of find a solution, find opportunities, find the lesson, it will. It will have to, because your brain is always computing everything and it's looking for the strategy to do the assignment. And you're going to give it the evidence that it needs to be the mind that it's supposed to be. Now, I'm going to take it here and bring it on in. Okay? Now, imagine if all the millions of people stopped being distracted and focused on one thing. And I mean it. They stopped feeding their minds fear and uncertainty, destruction, and everyone started to focus on a solution. We would see a shift overnight, just like if they were have to drop a BOMB on the world. Everything changes overnight. Everything changes overnight if everyone knew how to use their mind. I'm talking about a logical and spiritual solution here. We would see more creativity, more collaboration, less panic, less comparison, more building. And before we start talking about a huge scale, I'm talking about just in your household alone. You would see that even if everyone around you in the world, in the entire universe, had that mindset. However, because the mind, the universe, has been hijacked, the mind has lost focus, and an unfocused mind spirals. Now, hold on. I told you I was going to bring it all the way in, right? Let's keep going. Your power, because we can only control ourselves, right? Your power is not in controlling everyone else's thoughts, actions, behaviors, ideas. Your power is not even in controlling every single one of your thoughts. Your power is what you choose to give attention to. And you have to be very selective about your thoughts. Now, I already did the metacognition series where you are the observer of the observer, where you are going to become the observer of the mind. You become the observer of the universe. You become the observer of your thought. Because when you can focus on what you give your attention to, energy gets behind that, and something dramatic happens. You stop spiraling, you start rebuilding, and effectively, you start to change the world, even though you may have just did it from home on your couch, starting with watching this video. Now, hold up. I got a freebie. I put it in my bio. Go ahead and look at it. It's the 5-hour mindset reset. And this is a blueprint that I use to change everything in less than 5 hours. And I want you to try it. I want you to look at it because this may be where you start over yourself. That's the message. That's it. That's all. Bye, baby.